The choice of the Bauchi State Governor as the keynote speaker at this event because he has a requisite experience from the media and public service. I like what is quoted and ascribed to Dr. Okadibo, former Senate President, saying the media must reason beyond sentiments. The media must reason beyond sentiments. And by sentiments, he mentioned things like religion, ethnicity, and other centrifugal forces that tend to divide us as a people and as a country. If we must build a reconciled country, because the truth is that Nigeria has always been divided and is still divided. If the media must champion national reconciliation, help build a reconciled country, then it must eschew petty sentiments. Religion is part of it, ethnicity is part of it, where I come from is part of it. It was said, I think, by our chairman, Professor Nuride, that Lateef Jakande never considered where you came from. In a country like this, multi-ethnic, multi-religious, sharply divided, we must begin to have leaders who don't consider things like that. And the media will have a very key role to play in the emergence of such a country. He also mentioned the battles the media has fought. They fought for independence, fought the military for democracy, and now that we have democracy, we are still fighting to entrench democracy. Nigerian media was born into activism, and it must remain active. I know a couple of people who, when I was privileged to serve as special advisor, they will ask me, how do you think your colleagues have acquitted themselves? How do you think the media has done? And my answer always was, the media was born into activism. So I don't expect them to stop activism. I wouldn't say, I'm one of you. Why are you criticizing me or criticizing the government I serve? Mr. Onuga can say better today. He was our guy, he's still our guy, but you know that the media is one of his greatest critics. It should not stop, because the media was born into activism and it should continue in activism if we are going to build the kind of country that we desire. He also said that the media prepares you for efficient public service. I agree with that, because I've had the privilege of both, like the governor also has had. The media prepares you for efficient public service. The media gives you a critical mind. And therefore, when you go to the other side, you can deploy that critical mind to influence the things you say and the things you champion or espouse as a public servant. So the media prepares you for efficient public service. Then he talked about internal and external challenges of the media today. I think that is very important. And one thing he said, which I consider a quotable quote, is you can't promote ethics if your own house is in disorder. You can't promote ethics if your own house is in disorder. Groups, interest groups in the media should uphold ethics. NUJ, NAWOD, and at the top of it, Nigeria Guild of Editors. But can you promote ethics if your house is in disorder? The NGE has a very, very crucial role to play in straightening out the media. The media needs straightening. If your house is in disorder, there's no way you are going to be able to champion ethics. We see, without mentioning names, we see things happen in the media. People that are given all sorts of awards. People that we lift up as icons. It shows that there's a lot wrong in the house of the media. The keynote speaker spoke about the media helping to create national consciousness. Says we must promote values that transcend our differences. And that was where he spoke about the content of our character. There are so many things that emphasize our differences as a nation. And unfortunately, the media is not free from this. If we begin to now promote or in subtle ways support those things, then we are part of the problem rather than the solution. So media must now create national consciousness through values that transcend our differences. And of course, I loved his quoting words. Power is not what we hold, but what we do with what we hold. If only those who hold power begin to hold it with simplicity, begin to hold it with a sense of responsibility to the people, to society, then things will be better for our country. Again, what I love, Lateef Jakande lived simply, governed wisely, and died in dignity. Lived simply, governed wisely, and died in dignity. It's a challenge for all those leaders. And it's also a challenge for the media to promote these values. Thank you very much.